course, my name is Rosanna. If you saw the flyer, my name is Rosanna Rose, and I'd like to welcome you all to the Champions U session. So basically what this is, especially for those new members, every single Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time, we have Champions University sessions. So what do these sessions look like? What are they about? Those of you that are veterans that are familiar with the sessions and you're always on these sessions, awesome. But for those of you that are new, this is your first session ever. What to expect, basically, we have different field leaders and professionals in the investing and trading space, sharing knowledge related to Forex, crypto, and of course, the stock market. And a lot of us have different background, different experiences with these markets that we come on here to share with all of you. Now, of course, the point of joining this community and this platform is to access the education and all the tools and resources that you have in the back office, all the trading channels. If you're new and you haven't set up your trading channels yet on Telegram, make sure that you do that ASAP, because there's a lot of good info, a lot of great value there. And depending on which package you're on, of course, the higher up in the tier of package, the more you get access to. Shout out to all my elite members, because you guys get, you know, the best of the best stuff. And you already know, but depending on the package, you have different things, different channels that you can play around with. But that's basically what to expect. We have trading sessions. Some of the leaders and professionals that get on these calls, some of them, you know, like to do the live trading, show you what they're going into. Others like to share more of the mindset behind the trading and investing, which is very, 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 very important. Now, if you've been following me for a while, you know I am very heavily into the crypto space, even though crypto hasn't been too hot lately, but it's a great time to learn about it and learn what the market's all about. I did start with the foreign exchange market though. So just a quick tip, if you're new and you don't know where to start, you're thinking, okay, there's the equities, there's crypto, there's the Forex market. Where do I even begin? Forex, in my opinion, is a great place to begin and get familiar with candles and charts. And if these terms sound a bit foreign to you, you know, then you'll learn as you go through the education. But really that built the foundation for me to understand the crypto space a lot more versus just diving straight into crypto. Now, I do have a financial background. I did work at the bank, so I was familiar with the stock market, but when it came to Forex and crypto, I was completely new. And I learned a lot of what I know, a huge, huge, huge chunk of what I know today, thanks to this platform and thanks to the education, the university, the trainings, the boot camps, everything. So today's session is going to be about crypto. We're going to go over a few things related to the crypto space. So who here is familiar with crypto? Like, do you know what cryptocurrency is? What is crypto? I want to see some answers in the chat. Who knows what crypto is? What is cryptocurrency? Decentralized digital currency. We have crypto equals rebellion. I like that. Decentralized digital currency. Okay, so we have some people here that are familiar with what it is. Of course, crypto is digital currency. It's not physical, even though a lot of people show the Bitcoin as that golden round coin. It really is not physical. Like you cannot own a Bitcoin. If anyone's holding Bitcoin in their pictures and the videos, it's probably something they ordered off Amazon, but that's not real currency. It's digital. It's not like the coins that we have, the fiat currency, like the US, the Canadian, or whatever currency you're in. It's not physical coins, it's digital currency. Now, I'm not here to talk about exactly what crypto is, and I could go into so many details of what decentralized means, how cryptocurrency works. I want to go more into a different route. I did have a training. By the way, if you are part of the team, there is a crypto training I did more specific about what cryptocurrency is and all the breakdowns of terminology. It should be posted in the Champions YouTube channel far back, I think it was like a few months ago, I did give a training on that, but now I want to explore a different realm. Now with cryptocurrency, if you're familiar with it, if you're not familiar, just know there are many ways you can make money in cryptocurrency. There's of course buying and holding, which is, as an example, let's say Daniel put $100 into Bitcoin and he just bought Bitcoin for $100. Now, of course, the price of every crypto varies, and Bitcoin is definitely more, like a whole Bitcoin is definitely more than $100, but you can buy into it. You can buy into it. So let's just say he put $100 and he's buying and holding, meaning he's holding, he's not doing anything. He's just basically letting time go and hoping that the price is going to go up. And if the price goes up, of course, what happens? Well, his $100 goes up in value, like what he has in there invested will go up. Now, that's one way of doing it, which is how I started, because I didn't really understand the whole day trading side of it. Now, trading is another way that you can make money in the crypto space. And if for those of you that are members, that have been members for a while of this platform, you know, we have so many tools that will help you do manual or automated trading with the crypto space. Yes, automated, which I'll get into very soon. But there's a lot of ways you can do it. And we offer both. We offer both sides. We offer a lot of things. Now, speaking of automated, I just wanted to share something really cool with all of you, which really shows how much this space is evolving. Now, I will say, when I first started, now I started in the platform around 2 years ago. Well, there's a lot of different sides of the platform. Those of you that are doing the online marketing side, of course, you're familiar with that. Those of you that are just students to the education, I've been in the crypto space for more than 2 years now, probably about 3. And when I first heard about automation for trading, whether it's Forex or crypto, I was like, how does that even work? But I was promoting it, and I'm a strong advocate of it because it's a great tool, a great resource to use to be able to learn how to have money work for you in the background. Now, of course, you want to always learn the basics of it at least. You want to understand what space you're in. You don't want to just plug yourself into like some automation and not know anything of what anything is. You want to have some basic knowledge. Now, of course, some of you are probably going to get more into detail about how to read charts, how to read different, technical analysis. That's totally cool. But what I find interesting is ever since AI has grown so much in popularity, especially with ChatGPT, there is a lot more conversation happening about AI and trading bots in the crypto space. Wouldn't you agree? Like those of you that have been around for a while, before when we would have conversations with people about bots or AI technology, people would think we're weird or it's some type of scam when it comes to the financial markets. But now so many people are more open to it. Why? Because AI has grown so much in popularity. I want to show you something very, very cool that I discovered recently. Now, this is not financial advice, and I am not partnered with this site or app, but just to show you something and to prove a point here. Let me share my screen here. Okay. Who's familiar with ChatGPT, by the way? I'm sure a lot of you are. Okay. So this, I want to show you something cool. Just to show you how much AI is being incorporated into the financial markets and the crypto space. Now, I'm no way promoting this site. And again, this is not financial advice. I'm not telling you to do this, but I just want to paint a picture here. Paint a picture so those of you can really use this to your advantage when you're having conversations with people about what you're doing, what you're up to, what you're learning. Because let's face it, a lot of people hear you say, oh, I'm learning about crypto, I'm learning about Forex, I'm learning about how to create multiple streams of income through the financial markets to trading, investing. They probably think you're crazy. And they probably think it's weird, it's not normal. But again, those of you that follow me on social media, I posted something yesterday that said normal doesn't build empires, which is completely true. And none of us are normal here. Okay, none of us are normal. We're at a different wavelength. We're just at a different level. But this here is a platform for crypto. And I want to show you something here. They have their integration of ChatGPT. What this platform is, basically, this platform is focused on bots, so trading bots, similar like artificial intelligence. But what this allows you to do, and again, I'm just painting the picture here, they incorporated ChatGPT, but you can create your own strategies for crypto, but you don't even have to know, like you could just say, here, create a strategy for whatever, and it prints it out for you, and you can copy and paste it and you can test it out. And there's actually a lot of people that use this site, and you can see how well they perform the different strategies. Now, I'm not saying you have to use this. I don't personally use this because I use what we have, but I want to paint the picture here of how much AI, even outside of our platform, is being integrated into other platforms, and how much it's growing in popularity, and how easy and convenient it's making things for the everyday trader, the everyday investor. Even if you're completely new, even if you have zero experience, it's making things so much more possible and so much more convenient, where you don't have to spend hours and hours and hours studying a chart to come up with your own strategy, or studying technical analysis. You can do so much. And of course, those of you that are familiar with ChatGPT, I'm sure you've used it to come up for whether it's school, work, those of you that are in social media, content ideas. It's so versatile and so useful. And to see platforms integrating things like this just shows you where AI technology is going. And so you really want to educate people about this, because this is something that is extremely, extremely interesting, and that's going to completely change the game. But that's what I wanted to share for that. Again, that's just to paint the picture of how important AI is and where everything is going with the technology. Now, something about these things, now those of you that are familiar with what we have for the crypto space, of course, we have artificial intelligence. We also have a different partnership that involves a bot that you could even create your own strategy with. The thing is, there's a lot of free AI, free bots out there, but the best performing ones have a monthly fee, and they do charge. The beauty of what we have is this platform is so universal that they make things super convenient for us, where we don't have to pay a monthly to get a service. We're paying monthly for the education, for the platform, for everything else, but it's not like we're paying some extra monthly fee for the AI and all the other automated services that we have. It's just a one-time like breakdown of a deposit for the starting package, and that's it. Whereas all these other AI technologies out there, they have like monthly fees. But even if they do, that's fine. And a lot of them also have the where is it here? It's fine if they have fees, because you got to think, like, people are putting work into creating these strategies. Nothing is going to be free. And if you do come across free resources, free tools, free platforms, I mean, it's a good entry level, but at the same time, you get what you pay for. A lot of the times the free stuff, it's cool to get a taste of how something works. But if you're really looking for the results, that's where you really want to leverage platforms that have a background and know what they're doing. So here, I'm going to show you something else around here. Who here uses automation, by the way? Nothing good is free. Exactly, 100%. Yes. I know there's a few people. Everyone's shy today. Everyone's shy. I know there's a few people that are using here. Oh, before I show you what I want to show you, another thing to keep in mind is profit sharing. So look, with crypto, the benefit of what we have in the space, and if you're not familiar with this, that's totally cool. You're going to get familiar with it. But with crypto and AI, by the way, there are going to be services that have something called profit sharing. So what does that mean? And I'm going to dissect this a bit for you. Because just like Edwin said, nothing free is, what did he say? Nothing free is good. I'm sure he said something along those lines, which is true. But it's especially myself coming from a banking background, whenever I would set up investing portfolios for my customers and for my clients, there was always a percentage that would come out of their profits. So let's say Nick went to TD Bank and he set up a mutual fund, and let's say high risk, because he's a high risk, high reward type of guy. And let's say his mutual fund performed 5% for the quarter. There's going to be a percentage that's taken out. There's going to be something that's taken out of that from the fund manager that manages that fund, because obviously if they're making you money, they're going to get a cut of that. And so it's in their best interest to make you money, because then they're going to make money. And that's how the bank works. And that's what I would always see whenever I would set up these different accounts for my different customers and clients. And they would always say, like, how much are they going to take out? It's a small percentage. And they would barely ever see it. And on their statements, I would see their performance every quarter, let's say 3%, 4%, 5%, which really isn't as great if you really think about what crypto does in the space. And I know a lot of people hate and make fun of the bank, saying like 0.05, 0.1, all that. Look, even mutual funds, 5%, 6% in a quarter. I'm sure you guys have seen more, and there's definitely more potential here with what we do. But just to give you an idea, there's always going to be some type of fee that's taken out if you're getting some type of return. And the banks do it. They do it for everything. Every mutual fund, there's a fund manager that gets a portion of that. They have their fee that they collect. So when it comes to AI technology, of course, they do the same thing. Some do 10%. It depends, right? But it's okay. And a lot of times, like, would you rather make, I don't know, $300 and just get 10% of that 300 taken versus making zero? Like, this is how you have to think. And it's the same with taxes. A lot of people are scared of taxes, and they're like, oh, but if I make all this money in trading, investing, I'm going to get taxed a lot. Okay, yeah, you're going to get taxed, but you still have money left over. So isn't that better than just having zero? Like, really, really expand your mind and think, because I've seen a lot working in the financial space, and I really want all of you to open your mind to that. Now, one thing I want to share with you, of course, now that we're getting into that, those of you that are beginners in the crypto space, I want to show you 2 websites that you can leverage. But before we get into that, I'm going to share with you something important here that I'm gonna talk more about. Okay. This right here. Who understands this of what's happening here? So here, this is a tweet, okay, from a while ago, a few years ago, when Bitcoin was $14 a coin. And this person's like, I'm tired of waiting for a jump, so I'm taking the loss and getting my cash back. What would have happened if he kept his money in there? What do you think? I mean, it's clear. If you look at the price of Bitcoin today, it's definitely more than $14, right? Imagine being this person looking back and thinking, oh, I should have left. And this is the reason why I'm showing this, is because all of you, whether you're experienced or you're a beginner, a key thing about investing and trading is patience. Patience and not getting emotional behind things. Because if you're patient, you got to think long term. This isn't get rich quick. Yeah, I mean, if you learn certain things, learn strategies, you learn technical analysis, there's ways that you can make money, especially with Forex and a shorter period of time, but even still that requires skill. But key thing is patience and getting rid of any emotions that comes with it, because I know a lot of us, when we're new especially, we get emotional, we want things quick, or we see other people showing results of like making $50 a day or $100 or whatever amounts. But you also got to realize, if someone says, oh, I made $2,000 today, doesn't necessarily mean that their account size is the same as yours, because someone that has an account size of, let's say, 5,000 versus 1,000, it's going to look a lot different. So you can't compare yourself to other accounts. You got to just focus on what you have, your education, your knowledge, your research. And that's why we're here. And that's why we're a community of people that are looking to learn more about crypto, Forex, or the equities market. But this is very key, and I really wanted to show you this. But one thing I want to lead with is the reason why it's so important to learn properly about the crypto space is because at the end of the day, not these cryptocurrencies that you see, not all of them are going to be around forever. Now, Bitcoin, of course, is the most popular one, and Bitcoin is the original. Now, when you hear people use the term altcoins, they're talking about all the other cryptocurrencies, not specifically Bitcoin. They're talking about, let's say, XRP or Cardano or Algorand or Quant, or like they're talking about different cryptocurrencies. Altcoin basically means like alternative to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the original. Now, I'm not going to get into the history of that. If you want to learn about the history, it's in the university, in your back office. So definitely take notes. But the reality is, not all these cryptocurrencies you see today will be around forever. So how do you know which ones you're going to invest in? How do you know which ones are actually going to be here long term? That is why being educated and having access to the proper research, the proper community, being around the right conversations is super, super important. And that's exactly what we have, which, by the way, yes, I do have a Twitter account, but I don't use it for social media. I use it for the crypto community because I follow a lot of crypto pages to stay in the loop of what's going on in the crypto space. And of course, Bitcoin Magazine is a main one that I follow, and there's a bunch of others. But something else I want to show you right now, I want to show you this video clip because this reinforces what I'm saying. And we're going to look into it more in detail after what he says. Okay, it doesn't share screen for some reason when I zoom in, but you can just watch it from here.
I have said publicly before that I think 99% of all crypto probably goes to zero.
Hold on, can you hear it clearly? Thumbs up. Like, is it loud and clear? Okay, just want to make sure the sound is good. Let me play this here.
I have said publicly before that I think 99% of all crypto probably goes to zero. But there is that 1% where I think that is focused on solving a real problem for real customers and is able to do that at scale. And that's going to be game changing. And I think that's going to continue to grow significantly in the decades ahead.
So this is an interview, and that's a very important part of this interview, because he is saying 99% of all cryptocurrencies will disappear, and only the 1% will stay strong, the ones that are actually solving real problems. So basically the ones that have real purpose, like real projects behind them. What do you guys think though? Who agrees with this? Like, some of you are probably thinking, wow, 99%, like that's a big number. I want to see your thoughts. What do you guys think? I actually agree with this. I agree with this, and I'll tell you why. Because when I've done my own research and I've looked back at the crypto charts of, let's say, 5 years ago, there are some cryptocurrencies there that don't exist anymore. And there's new ones that were born, and new ones come out every day, which I will show you. But let's do the math. Let's do the math. Who wants to do some math? Let's calculate. I will show you how many cryptocurrencies there are right now. Who wants to do some math? Edwin loves math. Okay. Nobody else? Nobody likes math? Okay. Michelle, I see you smiling. You like math? All right, let's do some math here. So I'm going to share my screen again. I want to show you this website. So this is one of my favorite websites. So it's CoinMarketCap. And this is a website where you get access to a lot of things related to crypto, like everything. This is like a key website that you need. Now, when it comes to how many cryptos, we are going to look at this number here. So we're going to look at this, and we're going to see what 99% of that is. Who wants to calculate for me what 99% of that number is? Let's see. Where is it? So it's 25,163. I don't have my glasses on. Did I do this right? Oh, 90, sorry. I'm doing 99%. I'm doing this wrong. 99% of, so if I asked you to calculate 1%, my bad. 99% of, what was it? 25,163. So this is the number we're dealing with. So imagine out of 25,000, let's just say, 24,900 will be wiped out. What do you think? That's a pretty big number. If we do the calculations, what does that mean? Oh, I did it earlier, but if we say 25,163 minus 24,911. So this is how much will be left over, which if you really think about it, what are the names that you hear often in crypto? Because I'm sure there's a lot of cryptocurrencies out there that you've probably never heard of, but what are the main ones you hear? The main ones you hear, of course, we hear Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum, Cardano, Quant, Algorand. We hear there's a few others. That's what I named was how many? 5, 6, and I'm sure there's a few more. Even if let's say there's 20, you can list 20 off the top of your head. That's a lot less than 252. But let's just say even the top 200 is what sticks around. That is pretty realistic, don't you think? If there's how many cryptocurrencies here being looked at, like 25K, that's a lot. And I'm sure like none of us even know. Like here, if you look at this website, you can see the performance here of I was looking at the different exchanges. So you could see the performance here of all the different cryptocurrencies and where they're at. Of course, Bitcoin, not surprised, number 1. But this can change. If you look at this list, of course, you see the regular names that you see. But if you look at this list, let's say a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, a lot of them probably won't be there anymore, and you'll see new ones. And I'll give you an example. Like here, if you look at this, recently added, these are new ones that have been added. Look at their prices. Like super low. This one from far away almost looks like the Champions logo. But this is how you can, like, this website is really useful, something that you really want to use, especially if you're dabbling into the crypto space. It gives you access to a lot of things. Of course, the university, everything we have access to here is the foundation to you actually increasing your knowledge and for you to know what you're even doing in the crypto market when it comes to trading and investing. But this is a great tool to leverage if you're more curious about the different cryptocurrencies, the prices, the performance, the exchanges, countries. As an example, let's say here, if we look at, where is it? Where's the country one? I was looking at it earlier and I can't seem to, I should have my glasses on. But basically here's where you can look at a lot of things. Here, this one, especially if you want to look at, let's say, different prices as far back as 2013. Let's look at some prices. So let's say there's nothing for today for the 30th. Let's just look at June 2nd, 2013. You look at June 2nd, 2013, look at the price of Bitcoin. Imagine you had bought Bitcoin in 2013 for $122 and you had kept it in there. That's insane. And then you see a bunch of other different cryptocurrencies, some that probably don't, you don't really hear about. And in terms of the top charts, you don't see the familiar names that we see today. You see different ones. But Bitcoin, of course, it's the original and it's been around the longest. And it's one that a lot of people believe, you know, it's gonna be around. It's gonna be one of those ones that will be around. Like, it's not going away. But imagine that. Or let's say looking at, let's even look at, who wants to give me a date? Who wants to give me a date to look at? January 24th. Is that your birthday? 25th? Let's look at what year? 2000. Let's just look at 2017, okay? January 25th. This is the closest. 22nd. Let's just look at that. September 2018. We'll look at that for sure. Bitcoin, look at the price. Still a lot lower than what it is today. You see that? Now we see Ethereum, we see XRP now in this chart. The first one I showed, we didn't see it. But look, the price of Ethereum. Can you imagine that? What if that was the price today? How many of you would be buying that? It's cheaper than a, what do you guys eat every day? What do you guys eat? Chick-fil-A? Starbucks, McDonald's. Let's look at, what did Christian say? 2018. September 2018. Let's look at September 2nd. Or even, let's do September 30th, just to see. I mean, it's definitely a lot higher, but it's still a lot less than what it is today. And same with Ethereum. It's crazy. It's crazy when you, Wagyu steak. I mean, sure. But if you look at this, who would have thought, if someone told you in 2018 to buy Bitcoin, let's say you had this amount of money in your bank account, which many of you probably have or have had money sitting in a savings or a checking account, and you have no idea what to do with it. It's just sitting there collecting dust, literally. If someone had told you to put like that amount into Bitcoin, would you have? Probably not. Be honest with yourselves. I wouldn't have. I know that for a fact because I wasn't familiar with it. Banks are a scam. I mean, yes, you have to know how to use the banks to your advantage, but generally, are the banks for the people? No, they're not. And I can say that because I don't work there anymore and I obviously know how they function. But this is crazy when you look at this. And so now, compared to where Bitcoin is, it's grown so much. And over the last couple of years, people have been in deep conversation of what crypto is, how to make money in crypto, how to make money, and even Forex. Forex has grown a lot in popularity. A lot of people want to explore different streams of making money online through investing and trading. But let this show you, I really wanted to paint the picture and the perspective for all of you, because a lot of times we jump on the train when it's too late. We jump on the train when it's too late, or not necessarily too late, but we could have definitely hopped on a lot earlier and enjoyed the ride a lot better. Don't you agree? Because if we had put money into Bitcoin or even Ethereum years ago, and let's just say we forgot about it and it was just like an investment we thought long term, imagine where that would be today. So exactly why I mentioned the AI earlier when it comes to crypto, because a lot of us that have been part of the platform for about 2 years or more, we've been familiar with the conversation of AI when it comes to crypto and even Forex. But when we've had conversations with people, they don't believe us or they don't think it's a thing. But now after ChatGPT and all these other AI tools and apps and all these other things that have come out that are so mainstream now on social media and all over the internet, people are talking about AI. So now people are interested in the conversation of AI when it comes to trading. So, but a lot of us have known about this already. But now that it's popular, everyone else wants to hop on that train. So this just comes to show you how important it is to be around the right community, because a lot of us have been taking advantage of this for over a year, 2 years, and everyone else is just hopping on. Now, if you're new, it's not to say like, oh, like you should have joined a long time ago. Perhaps if you knew about the opportunity, but many of you have only just been aware of this recently, and that's why you're here, which is great. But let that show you that you're still so much farther ahead than a lot of other people that are still skeptical and thinking that what you're doing is weird and not normal. But I will say again, normal doesn't build empires. And this is exactly why we want to be around the right community, the right people, the right tools, the right education, because we are exposed to these things. How do you make money in the crypto space? Well, you get into projects, you get into crypto coins that are at its beginning stages, but how do you even know what's at its beginning stages? Well, that's why you want to be around the right tools, the right research, so you know these things. So you're not in the hype when an influencer or someone starts talking about it on YouTube or on Instagram or on TikTok, because once they are starting to talk about it, it's already too late. Because they have they rode the train very long before they've announced it and everyone else finds out. So having access to tools like the university, these sessions, the Champions U calls, or even the live sessions, the channels, you really want to take advantage of it. But this is a tool that I really wanted to show you, CoinMarketCap, especially for the crypto space, because it really does paint the picture very nicely. It's a great tool to play around with. Now, very quickly, before I wrap this up, I want to show you a different one that's very, very simple. Now, a lot of you, there's different exchanges, by the way, and I'm not going to get into details of what exchanges are, how they work, but there's different exchanges that you can have a crypto in, which by the way, I do recommend looking into different exchanges, not staying with just one, because some platforms, some exchanges have different cryptocurrencies or different things, you know, so it's good to have that diversification. But what I want to show you here is, where is it? I can't see. Okay. Very, very simplified for my complete beginners and even people that just want to see what's up with their portfolio. Look, you could have multiple portfolios across multiple exchanges, but if you want a quick glance of how your crypto is performing, this website is going to be super useful because you can create a favorites list, by the way. So as an example, let's just say you're invested in like these ones here, you just add them to a favorites list and you can look at your favorites. So let's say I want to look at some of my favorites. It's just, I'm looking at that. So if you have, let's say, 7 different cryptocurrencies in your portfolio, you could just have them here. So whenever you log into the site, cool, you see how they're doing. Of course, green represents, you know, that it's performing well, red, not so much. The size of the bubble actually means how much it's gone up. If there's a small difference in performance, it's a smaller bubble. Same thing with the red. It's gone down, it's not performing as great. And what's cool here is you could look at the month. So clearly these ones for the month are super big, like super red, not the best, but for the week wasn't so bad. If you look at the year, it's like, it's okay. But it's cool because you could look at different performances. And again, you can just create your own little favorites here with all your different bubbles. And of course you can look at, if you want to look at all of them all together, you see here, again, week, month. And it's great because you could also see what exchanges they're on. If you want to know where you can get these, you can look at the different exchanges. You can look at the charts and like so much that I'm not going to get into. But I really wanted to show you these tools because as a beginner in crypto, it's very important that you're leveraging the right resources and the right platforms, the right websites. Yes, we have amazing education with the university in your back office, but using that knowledge and incorporating it into the outside world with websites like Crypto Bubbles or even CoinMarketCap, where you can start exploring things on a deeper level. That's what's very key. And it's fun. It's fun. It's very fun to look at things. And especially with the math, when we do the math here as to how many cryptocurrencies will probably be around after that 99% is wiped out, you really got to think the ones that are going to last are the ones that have an actual purpose behind them. It's not just a hype coin or a meme coin, not something that's just like a get rich quick type of thing. Like there's actual purpose behind the project. And like just that's something very key to look at, which is why we always say don't give into the hype. And of course, when you're getting into the crypto space, you want to invest and put in money that you're willing to lose. I like to say money that you don't need, like money that you're willing to be without. I don't want to say money that you're willing to lose, even though technically that is the term that's used, because at the end of the day, of course, you could have a loss, but you want to put money that you're willing to be without, that you don't need. If I were to put $1,000 in a crypto portfolio, I know those 1,000 I don't need for anything else. I don't need it for my car payment. I don't need it for a mortgage payment. I don't need it for anything. Like I could just put it aside, forget about it. Cool. But that being said, I will wrap this up, and I do look forward to hosting other sessions of Champions U with all of you, maybe more in depth about looking at specific cryptocurrencies and how they're performing. That would be really awesome. But I know we have a lot of new members, so I wanted to give something that all of you can understand, but also very important concepts behind it and painting the picture of, you know, how AI is being integrated into the crypto space. And of course, the long-term game of, you know, the price of crypto then and how it is now. And of course, the reality is, I strongly believe 99% will be wiped out. So how do you make sure that you're invested in the 1%? Well, that's where this community, the education comes in. And I'll stop my share screen here. That being said, it was a pleasure hosting this call for all of you. Hopefully you took notes. And again, I did start off with the Forex market. So if you're new and you're not sure which market to dabble into, I did start off with Forex. It helped me so much when it comes to understanding charts and patterns, and it made my journey into the crypto space a lot easier. But that being said, you know, you can shout me out. You can say hi to me in the university chat. I am in there. Ask questions. That's what the chat is there for. It's a community. We're all here to help. And of course, I look forward to next Tuesday. Again, every single Tuesday, we have these calls at 7 p.m. Those of you that are, you know, part of the marketing side, we do have a call in about 5 minutes. We have a boot camp. And if you're wondering what's going on in 5 minutes at 8 o'clock, what's this boot camp? Well, if you have any questions and maybe you're curious and you'd like to know what it is, definitely message the person that got you started, because it's going to be a fun session, and I'll be seeing you guys there. So have a good evening, and see you in the chats. Bye.